I guess, sure.
How does that hold water?
I don't know. I'm not the one that's investigating this. All my main focus right now is making sure my daughter is okay.
It all started with a frantic 911 call.
Cobb County 911.
Hey, I'm at my ex-girlfriend's house, and I hear my baby crying in there, but I'm trying to call her or whatever, have her come open the door.
Does she have any medical problem?
Not that I know of.
Joshua Gibson, standing outside his ex-girlfriend Danielle Marshall's house, claimed he could hear his baby cry inside, but he couldn't get in. Joshua, 27, was now under suspicion for the death of 23-year-old Danielle.
And you tell me I'm trying to protect her? Why would I try to protect somebody that's trying to kill me?
He insisted he didn't harm her, but from the very start, his story was full of contradictions and unanswered questions. In January 2013, Danielle was found shot in her kitchen in Powder Springs, Georgia. Her 9-month-old child wandered nearby in the blood. Joshua claimed he was asleep during the attack, yet detectives immediately sensed something didn't add up. The case went cold for 2 years, until new phone records and witness testimony in 2015 breathed life back into the investigation. What seemed like a perfect crime began to unravel, and every lie, every hesitation, every inconsistency would slowly pull Joshua deeper into suspicion. This is a story of how a chilling crime was exposed, one shocking detail at a time.
Let's go over the shooting that somebody shot at you. How is it that the bullet, I mean, you know, they're in one lane, you're in the other, and they're not that far. So the first bullet wasn't lodged into the dashboard, it was just sitting on the dashboard. Is that correct? The first bullet that shot at you, that went through the side window, and then the bullet just landed on the dashboard, didn't get lodged in the dashboard, right?
Like inside the dashboard? No, it's sitting on the, that's where we found it.
Right, just sitting on there. And then the second bullet just went through the car door, but didn't exit out the other side.
It's in there now still. I've asked investigators if y'all wanted it still, but they said they would have to tear up the door, and at the scene, they asked if I would give permission. I said, no, let me check with my girlfriend first, and they told me to just call back if I want to meet them at the, I guess, the police precinct, so they can go through. But I asked, who's the first detective?
Bradley or something
Bradley,
like that.
Yeah. I called him and told him that I found something else in my car that came from the bullet, I'm assuming. And I asked him if he needed it, and they said they had everything they needed from the first bullet. So I told him okay.
How come you didn't clean out the glass in the car?
Just being lazy.
Does your baby crawl on your floor?
In the car?
No. In your house? In your house. Where you live?
No.
Never on the floor?
No, we keep him on the couch or in the bed with us. Or he in his crib. We don't put him on the floor.
Generally, baby's not necessarily that he's on the floor all the time, but I mean, you're going to step on the glass, you're going to bring it in the house.
Yeah, but I mean, again, we never put him on the floor because we don't vacuum butt every so often, so you know, the carpet's usually dirty.
Does it make sense to you that the bullet only went through glass and didn't go through anything else and just landed on the dashboard and then went through?
I don't know.
The one piece of metal and then didn't go through.
Well, the detectives pointed out that it hit the glass, went through the glass, hit the top dashboard, and ricocheted off the windshield or whatever. So I don't know.
Is that where it happened at?
Where?
Where you say it happened at?
That's what they told me. Yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Is that where it happened at?
Where what happened at?
The shooting that you said.
At my parents' house, yes.
Your parents' house?
Well, down the street from my parents' house.
Did you go to your parents' house after?
No, because I didn't want my mom asking questions about that.
Why?
Because I know my mother, she's always worried, always thinks the worst. And I just don't like to, the same way I like to keep things away from my sister, I keep away from my mother. You know.
Put a bullet hole in the side of the car and the shattered glass. What did you tell him?
My mom found out a couple of days later when my girlfriend was picking up my son I think she asked about the glass, and my girlfriend just told her it broke, whatever. As far as my sister, I told her the next day when I had to take her to work, or my girlfriend was taking her to work, I told her, you're going to see glass in the car, and the window's broken, don't ask about it. And she said, why is the glass broken? I told her, don't ask about it. She said, all right. And she never asked about it.
She said that you told her it was an accident.
Mm-mm.
That's what she said. I mean, over and over again.
I told her not to ask about it.
Then why would she say that you told her there was an accident?
I didn't tell her that.
That's what she said.
That's not what I told her.
Why would she lie?
I don't know. But I never sat there and told her I had an accident. I specifically told her, don't ask about the glass. And the only thing she asked me was, are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. She said, is everything okay with you? I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I left it at that.
If his story were true, he survived a drive-by shooting and lost the mother of his child on the same day. Detectives noticed something that doesn't sit right. Joshua says he was asleep when Danielle was shot. He claims he woke up, realized something was wrong, drove to her house, and called 911 when he couldn't get inside. But his story feels thin. Too clean, too convenient. Detectives began asking questions. Where were you exactly when this happened? What time did you last speak to Danielle? Why didn't you call 911 sooner? Joshua answers, but his explanations don't flow. He jumps around. He changes details. He talks a lot without really saying anything. Still, at the time, there's not enough evidence to arrest him.
Both of these bullets, well, you're lucky that you didn't get hit if you were in the car.
I was.
That they were at such close range and didn't go through but just one pane of glass, but then, and also went through one door and not outside the other one.
I don't know. I don't know if y'all need to check the metal. It's an older car, so if y'all need to check the metal in the door and see if something's able to stop that bullet or whatever, I mean, feel free. But I'm not sure what I'm being accused of right now.
I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense to me that the bullets aren't going to go through the car. It just stopped short like that. It would make more sense if somebody was further away from you and the bullet didn't have that much power behind it, because it's starting to lose power. But right next, I mean, it was pretty much from right here to right here. I mean, that's how far away you are. And then now you're saying that you didn't tell your sister there was an accident, but she swears up and down that you told her it was an accident.
No, I never told her it was an accident.
The detectives aren't looking for sympathy. They're looking for truth, and Joshua starts to crack. They ask him about his car. Joshua admits something strange. He says that not long after Danielle's death, bullets were found inside his car. One bullet was sitting on the dashboard. Another was lodged inside the door. According to Joshua, someone shot at him in a drive-by, but the story doesn't make sense. Detectives point out that one bullet went through the side window and somehow stopped on the dashboard. Another didn't penetrate deep into the door. There's minimal damage. That's not how bullets usually behave.
Down that you told her that it was an accident.
I didn't tell her that.
It doesn't make any sense. Your story doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I want you to tell me something else because it doesn't make any sense.
That's the truth. I'm telling you what it is, what happened.
Nobody around there heard any gunshots.
I didn't hear it either.
Which doesn't make any sense either.
All I know is I seen gun and I ducked down and I closed my eyes and said, I love my kids.
Which is at 10:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lights on that street. But you happen to see a dark hand with a dark gun come out the window.
When I'm driving and then I see my light sitting there and I just see something like that come out, that's why when they asked me was it a revolver or the automatic or whatever, I said, I don't know. I just seen something go like that. That's what I saw. And as soon as I saw it, I just ducked down and closed my eyes.
Because if I was trying to kill you and I'm coming towards you, right, I'd be shooting, I'd be unloading. I mean, what kind of criminal doesn't try to unload when they're doing a drive-by?
I don't know.
I mean, you would think that your front windshield would be hit, because I'm sure they weren't, skating by. That doesn't make any sense. Two vehicles coming this way and your front windshield doesn't get hit and the bullets barely pass through the vehicle.
I don't know what to tell you.
Tell me the truth of where this happened.
I'm telling you the truth. I showed them exactly where it was, and then they said, where exactly the shooting happened. I said, I don't know.
Why didn't you haul ass out of there? I certainly, if somebody just shot at me,
I don't know. Like,
I wouldn't stop right there.
Well, I didn't stop where the shooting happened.
You turned right on the thing and then stopped right there.
Yeah.
I'd be hauling ass.
Well, I don't know. I reacted the way I reacted.
Joshua gets defensive. He says they misunderstood him, but the pattern is forming. Every time there's a detail that could be checked, Joshua suddenly doesn't remember, or he changes the story, or he downplays it. Detectives push harder. They ask why no one heard gunshots near his parents' house. They ask why he didn't immediately run or call police if someone really tried to kill him. Joshua admits something else. He didn't leave right away after the supposed shooting. He stayed. That makes no sense. Someone who just survived an attempted murder doesn't linger.
But you're thinking the worst.
I'm thinking, okay, she might be passed out from drinking. And when the cops come, I'm thinking, okay, damn, what the hell's going on? I'm still here. Okay, did she OD?
She's anybody that I've ever talked to, the only thing they ever talk about was her getting high every once in a while. Mm-hmm. She never bought it. She never sold it. People would just come over and get her high.
This would sell it.
How's she gonna get the money? She don't have a job.
I don't know. I don't know how she got cigarettes at the time other than me. But I would buy her some cigarettes here and there, and then all the alcohol. She had a lot of alcohol in the past. Well, from that point, from like 2 months going back.
She never went out anywhere. People would bring it to her.
She would tell me when she's going out.
When was the last time she went out?
Well, other than her saying that she was supposed to go out that Friday and Saturday, I know New Year's, she said she was going out. Prior to New Year's, she told me she was going to, and she would lie about stuff because I just talked to her cousin and asked her on Christmas Day, did she go to Savannah? And she told me no. And she told me Christmas Day she was in Savannah. Because I tried to because my mom wanted to see her Thanksgiving. That didn't happen, so my mom wanted to see her Christmas Day. Told Danielle. Danielle said fine. Then the day before Christmas, Danielle told me, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you, but we're going to Savannah or whatever. I said, okay, what time are y'all going? She told me it was 4 ways to, 4 ways back. And this is what me and her cousin talked about. She said 4 hours to get there, 4 hours back. I said, okay. Come Christmas Day, I'm making my rounds to family and friends, whatever. I call her at like 2 in the afternoon. It was between like 12 and like 4. It was like early in the afternoon. I call her, whatever, say, hey, what are you doing or whatever. And she said, I'm on my way to Savannah. I said, okay. Come like 9 or 10 o'clock, she's asking me to come over to come see my daughter. I'm like, I thought you were in Savannah. Oh no, we're already back. But it takes 4 hours to and from. So what, you spent 10 minutes in Savannah? And I told that to her cousin. Her cousin was like, no, I was trying to get her to come see me. I was like, well, she told me she was trying to see her aunt. She was like, no, I was in Savannah on Christmas Day. I was trying to get her to come see me. I was like, okay, she lied about that. So I've been trying to backtrack for like these last weeks or so, talking to her cousin. What has she been lying about? Who was she with? So now I'm thinking, okay, come Christmas Day, who was she with?
So what do you think would do if she found you screwing Danielle?
Leave me.
She'd be pissed.
Yeah.
She'd be hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
The opposite of what you would be.
Yeah. She'd be pissed, yeah.
Why? If you said she's okay with you in the situation.
Which situation?
You said, she doesn't really care if you see Danielle.
It wasn't me seeing Danielle, it was me seeing.
Well, you're obviously going to see Danielle.
Yeah. She didn't like the fact that Danielle had to be around. Vita wanted to see her since she was born. And she always asked, is she feeling comfortable yet? Danielle always told me, look, there's going to be a time where me and Vita's going to have to sit down and be cordial, and I'm going to get over you, and we're going to have to actually respect each other and blah, blah, blah.
Did Danielle hate her?
She only didn't like her because I was with her.
What'd she say about it?
She would talk about her being tall and big, but other than that, she admitted like a little while back, I always called her ugly, but I know she's not ugly. She's beautiful, and she wanted to have a threesome with us at one point.
By now, Joshua's story is collapsing under its own weight. He can't explain the bullets. He can't explain the timing. He can't explain his behavior. And then the case takes a turn that seals his fate. Ballistics come back. The bullet found in Joshua's car matches the bullet that killed Danielle. The same weapon, the same ammunition. The room goes quiet. Joshua starts talking faster. He tries to redirect. He talks about Danielle's lifestyle. He says she wasn't a drug dealer, but admits she sometimes got high. He mentions trips she took, lies she told him, especially around Christmas. The detective listens and waits, because now the question isn't if Joshua's lying, it's why and what he's trying so desperately to hide.
He's not like that.
Danielle wanted to have a threesome.
With me and the joked, laughed about it. I told her, went home, told her, I said, she wants to know if she could watch us and join in. And it was like, got it there.
That would piss me off. So you didn't like Danielle?
No.
What about your sister?
Sister definitely didn't care for her. When my phone would ring and if me and my sister are home, she'd always joke and say, who is that, the one you love or the one you hate? And that was a hard little joke.
Would you say that you were close with your sister?
Very close.
Then why wouldn't you tell her about the shooting?
I don't like to have stuff like that around her. I'd rather her see tunnel vision, not see what's going on. Stuff like that hurts her. Right after y'all spoke to her, she says she hates life and she wished she wasn't here.
If you're so close with somebody, why wouldn't you tell her?
Because you're not going to tell your kids certain things.
You're not your kid.
That's how I look at her, as I've raised my sister.
Your parents are still married. You didn't raise your sister.
My dad will let you know that everything my sister's learned and the way she is because of me, because I've been the one always there with her. And my dad will probably tell you, yeah, that's like a second father to her. Probably like a first father, when that's why she's living with me now.
Probably because she doesn't want to live at home.
That's part of it.
She can't support herself on her own.
Well, she wants to be with her brother. One thing my parents can tell you is that we've always been inseparable. But that doesn't mean I'm going to tell her everything that's going on.
If I'm close with somebody, if I'm tight with somebody, then I tell them everything that's going on.
No. There's some things you're going to keep away from hurting that person or making the person feel a certain way. Now that she knows everything, she's not mad at me for it. She's like, I understand.
I'm not saying that she would be mad at you for it.
No, I'm just throwing it out there like she knows what our relationship is.
A whole bunch of secrets.
Yeah, she knows I'm not going to tell her certain things.
A close person with a whole bunch of secrets.
I'm sorry, but that's how our relationship is.
I wouldn't call it close. I wouldn't classify it as close then.
You're from the outside looking in. My parents will let you know. My uncle will let you know. Me and her are closer than anybody else in our family. Our family is very distant, very dysfunctional.
Everybody's family is. I don't know one family that is functional.
But as far as
maybe Dr. Phil and his family, but they probably have some secrets too.
But as far as who's close, everybody will let you know. My brothers aren't close. We aren't close with our older brothers. Everybody knows it's me and my little sister.
That you don't tell anything to.
I tell her a lot of things. I keep a lot of things from her too, sure. Just like, certain things about my dad I keep from her. I didn't tell her about my brothers not being from my father for a long time. That doesn't mean we're not close. My mom just say, hey, I know you found out at an early age that your older two brothers are not your dad's. Let's not tell Tisha. And I didn't tell Tisha for a while. That doesn't mean that me and her aren't close.
So what made you decide to tell her that Danielle was dead?
When she asked me what's going on, as far as y'all talking to her, all that stuff, she asked, is everything okay? I said, sorta, I don't know. She said, are you in trouble? I said, I don't know.
Why would she think you're in trouble? Why would she start to... What made her ask?
Because y'all came and talked to her.
No, you told her before I talked to her.
I didn't tell her.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Vita probably told her.
No, she... Okay. But I'm going to let you think about that. Because your sister told me that you told her that afternoon, that morning. When the day that I spoke to your sister, you told her.
Because when I came home the day I was here, and I came in a little white jumpsuit, she said, "Where are you coming from?" I said, "Don't ask." She said, "All right." And I didn't tell her anything.
The day that I spoke to her, I know, that was days later. The day that I spoke to her, you told her.
I don't recall that.
The interview turns to Ava. Joshua admits he wanted custody of their daughter. He says he felt Danielle was preventing him from moving forward and interfering with his life. He confirms he was angry with her in the months leading up to her death. Detectives ask about his family. Joshua says he is very close to his sister and claims he helped raise her. He describes himself as protective and says he shields her from painful information. When asked why he did not tell her important details about Danielle, he admits he kept things from her. Detectives ask about their relationship. Joshua says it was unstable. He admits they argued frequently and says Danielle was angry about his new girlfriend. He describes ongoing tension and unresolved disputes that continued even after their breakup. He acknowledges calling Danielle ugly during one argument, then adds that she once suggested a threesome, a statement that detectives note but do not respond to.
I guess, sure.
How does that hold water?
I don't know. I'm not the one that's investigating this. All my main focus right now is making sure my daughter is okay. Trying to find out if, okay, she's with grandma. Fine. Is she in that house? Are y'all still looking at that house, making sure nobody's going over there? Because I don't know if somebody out there is still pissed off with me. Obviously, don't nobody know where I stay because nobody knows where I stay. So, hell, if they still pissed off with me or whatever, I'm still worried every day when I go to work, is somebody going to go back to the house and finish off some shit? I don't know.
Does that theory make any sense to you? It doesn't hold water. Tell me how it holds water.
I don't know, and I don't care anymore.
But you should care because your life is on the line.
How?
Because if you're saying these people want to kill you,
then everybody knows where I work.
Then why wouldn't they come to your work? Why would they drive by?
I don't know.
I mean, you brought up a good point. Why wouldn't they just come to your work and walk up at you in the parking lot and cap one off in your head?
I don't know. Number one, if I'm going to do anything, I'm not going to go to nobody's job because I know everybody's job has a camera.
No, they don't. Not Goodwill. They don't have cameras outside.
Yes, we do. We had two. One was broke. We have three outside.
Broke.
One was broken. One's broken, but we have two other cameras outside pointing to the parking lot.
The one that with you and where she said that Danielle said that she tried to run her over. There was no video footage of that. These people don't care. All they got to do, you know how many times people kill each other or rob each other? All they got to do is put their hood up. And nobody's going to know. I mean, you brought up an excellent point. Why wouldn't they just come to your work? Because Danielle knew where you worked at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good point. I never even thought about that.
I'm still waiting for the day that somebody says Josh to the donor door, and I go to the donor door and somebody pulls out something and pops me. I'm waiting on that because I feel it. And every time they say Josh to the front, Josh to the donor door, I say red line. I'm saying, who is it? Oh, who is it? Oh, it's a customer asking a question about this.
Well, what do they care now? What do they care to kill you for now?
I'm not. Hopefully they're not.
Dead.
And that's what I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe it's done. But I'm still worried about my daughter. I don't know. If it's somebody, because she's had two that I know of, 2-year relationship minimums. So I don't know. And dudes do some crazy stuff. I see it all the time. I hear about it.
What do you mean?
I mean, love makes you do crazy things. Sure, I hear about that.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. People don't need a motive of money or anything else. Love makes you do crazy things. You know who killed Danielle?
I feel like I know.
Who?
I think it was Jay.
Who was it?
That's the only person I can think of.
Me?
Okay. Because she told me for the longest she is
in jail.
Yeah.
One
so
and one me.
So that's the only two people I can think of. I don't know who this is. I know she said something about them having a relationship before or something, but now that you bring him up, I don't know. I gotta find out who it is.
So, I mean, you brought up a real good point. Maybe the vehicle was in the parking lot and they shot the vehicle in your parking lot.
When?
Because your store doesn't hold water. Why wouldn't they just go to your job?
Alright, then fine. So why would I call sitting right there?
Get away from where it happened.
So where did it happen?
You tell me.
I'm telling you. Obviously, y'all don't believe me.
The questioning returns to the alleged drive-by shooting. Joshua says unknown individuals shot at him near his parents' house. Detectives ask why anyone would target him there. Joshua cannot provide a specific reason. He suggests jealousy or someone connected to Danielle, but offers no supporting details. Detectives ask why no neighbors reported hearing gunshots. Joshua says he does not know. They ask why he did not immediately contact police. Joshua admits he did not. They ask why he did not leave the area right away. Joshua says he stayed. Joshua becomes quieter. His answers shorten. He repeats earlier explanations without adding new details. By this point in the interview, detectives have established a pattern of conflicting statements, unexplained behavior, and physical evidence tying Joshua to the shooting. The focus now shifts to motive, opportunity, and what happened in the hours leading up to Danielle Marshall's death. As the interrogation continues, detectives begin focusing on Joshua Gibson's behavior immediately after Danielle Marshall's death. They ask about his actions at the scene. Joshua explains that when police arrived, he apologized repeatedly. He says the apologies were not about Danielle's death, but about not following officers' instructions clearly. He describes feeling confused and overwhelmed during the response.
I mean, if it doesn't make sense. The story doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to you?
It happened to me. I mean,
If somebody told you that story, would it make sense?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think that you do.
I mean, thinking
because-
about how dudes are, and I know, I had friends who were controlling. My best friend is controlling of his girlfriend. And, hell, it's either him or me. You know, if you want to be with me, you got to get rid of him. Sure. Initially, I thought it was Danielle. Because I did tell her I have my legitimation. I'm still going to file for full custody. And she played really nice to me for the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I thought that was strange. So initially, I sat there and then I admitted to her, I think it was you. I thought it was you. You know, I didn't speak to her for a couple days after the situation happened. And then talking to her, I mean, I was like, all right, you know what? It probably wasn't you. Who did you piss off? Who you been talking to? How many guys know where my parents stay?
Nobody.
It was 2 or 3.
Who?
I don't know the names because she never told me, but she would tell me that a friend picked her up from my mom's house when she would bring my mom to my sister. She would bring my daughter to my mom's house. I would say, okay, who's taking you? Who's picking you up? And on 2 occasions, she said that her mom took her there, but she had a friend pick her up. And she said, you know, one time it was her cousin, but I doubt it was her cousin because I just doubt it was her cousin. She'd always use her cousin as a person to do something. And I would find out that she's lying. So whenever she says, oh, my cousin did it, I know, okay, some dude, you was with some dude. Or I'm with my cousin. All right, you probably with some dude. Whatever.
Still, that story don't make no sense. In a dark street. You didn't hear nothing. Nobody heard nothing. And you pull right over after somebody tried to kill you, where they would have had a much better chance of killing you, thanks to you at your work. Pretty much anywhere else, other than a drive-by shooting in 2 vehicles where the bullets didn't even pass through, hardly anything.
Alright.
If somebody told you that story, would it make sense to
I
you?
don't even care anymore because I'm being accused of something now.
Well, obviously it wouldn't make sense to you. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who shot you. Who tried to kill you.
Well, you're thinking is I know that ain't it.
No? Who did? Who was it then?
I don't know.
Was it the car you shot at her?
No.
Because you don't give a fuck about her.
I'm not gonna kill her.
Who are you trying to protect?
Why would I be trying to protect someone?
I don't know. Tell me.
Y'all tell me. I'm telling y'all what happened the day of now. And you tell me I'm trying to protect. Why would I try to protect somebody that's trying to kill me?
Joshua says he is frustrated and tired. He says the questions feel repetitive. He admits he is confused about certain details and says he no longer knows how to explain what happened in a way that satisfies investigators. Detectives return to the topic of Danielle. Joshua acknowledges that their relationship involved domestic violence. He admits to past physical confrontations, but describes himself as reacting to situations rather than initiating them. He says he regrets the conflicts, but denies that they escalated to murder. They ask him directly if he killed Danielle Marshall. Joshua says no. They ask again. He repeats his denial. Detectives then offer Joshua a lie detector test. They explain that it could help verify his statements and clarify remaining questions. Joshua initially agrees. Minutes later, he changes his mind. He says he wants to speak to a lawyer before taking the test. The interview ends shortly after. Joshua is transported to jail. He continues to maintain his innocence.
Honestly, people would ask me, are you happy that she's dead? And I'm not. This is not the way I want to get my daughter. Yes, I want her to feel a lot of pain if I had my daughter, but this isn't what's going to make me happy. Especially when I end up raising Ava and then I have to explain, when she asks, can you tell me about my mom? I'm not sure what positive things I'm going to be able to say. Only thing I have physically are recordings of the negative things, and I gotta explain about her mom. So the only thing I can say is we love comedy. She liked to laugh. Blah, blah, blah.
So you hated her?
I don't know. She pissed me off, yes, a lot. But my goal is to get my daughter and find everything that you do to me, everything that you've done to me, I'm gonna give you some of that back to show you how it feels.
I mean, you have the motive.
I understand that.
Right. You understand that you wanted that kid.
Sure.
You don't like her.
Sure.
You have a violent past with her.
I guess.
Yes, I mean, you did. You told me about it. Did you kill her?
No. I'm telling you I didn't.
Do you know who killed her?
I feel like Jim had something to do with it.
Jim didn't have anything to do with it.
All right, then I don't know. Back for me is back to square one. Who is it?
For you to kill her?
Hell no. That, if y'all show me some video of it happening, I would be shocked. Yes, they ain't like each other, but number one, me and was at the house together, so physically I don't see how that happened. But if this happened, and I don't know, if she told me she was going to Hogansville, where she's from, and y'all were to call me and say, just to let you know, you need to come pick up your son because your girlfriend went to your baby mom's house and killed her. You got her locked up. I'm not sure how that would happen. I would really say, what the f is going on with you? Because we've been straight as far as our issues like that. And then she's been there for me as far as trying to get. Every time I've needed her to look up something as far as a law or a court date, whatever, she's been encouraging me to get my daughter. So for her to just go off and say fuck it and jeopardize everything we have as far as our family, me trying to get Ava, nah, I'm not even thinking that. Friends of mine, I mean, most of them don't even talk to Danielle to most of my friends. I mean, I only have like 3 or 4 friends anyways. I mean, people in my job knows we're not too happy, but we don't really talk too much about that. I don't know. If you're saying you definitely didn't have anything to do with it, I don't know. But I think y'all need to find out if she was pregnant.
I'm waiting on test results.
Okay.
You're there. I mean, you were there. And you have the motive. And you had the opportunity.
Fine.
Fine what? Why were you telling the patrol officers that you were sorry?
For what?
That's what you said.
For what?
It's in the report.
For what? I seen the report. I didn't tell them.
No, you didn't see all the report.
Well, I would like to see the whole report.
Well, you would have to do public work. You would have to do that until you get all the supplementals.
What did I say sorry about?
That's what I'm asking you. Inside, you said you were sorry from inside the house. patrol officers as they were putting you in the car. You kept saying over and over again that you were
Because
sorry.
I didn't listen, number one, because they told me stay out there, and I'm trying to do things right because I know you don't listen to police officers, you're gonna get arrested for whatever. And with the fact that we've had police officers over there maybe 5 or 6 times already, I already knew. All right, I know this is some crazy shit going on, but all right. And then I heard Ava, and then dude said something, and they told me to stay back. And when all three of them went in there, I went in behind them. And when I came to the living room, they said, "What are you doing? Get back there." I said, "I'm sorry. That's what I was saying I'm sorry for." And then when they put me in handcuffs, he said, "You're not being arrested. You're just being detained." I said, "All right, I'm sorry for not listening." And I told him, "I'm sorry for not listening." I specifically said it. "I'm sorry for not listening. All right, am I going to jail? Blah, blah, blah." He said, you're not going to jail. We just got to detain you. We're trying to figure out what's going on." I said, "Where's my daughter? Is she okay?" He said, "Yes, your daughter's fine." I said, "Okay, where's Danielle? Is she okay?" They said, "We don't know what's going on right now," or something. And I'm in the police car for like 2 or 3 hours. So as far as me saying I'm sorry, I'm definitely not sitting there. Alright.
Alright, what?
I mean, I'm about to get accused for this, and I gotta know what I gotta do now.
I'm just asking you if you had anything to do with her death.
No. I try to stay focused on my daughter and get my daughter here and there. When I'm in the shower or something, I think about Danielle. You know, I still worry about, what happened. I asked the detectives when y'all were taking my clothes, okay, y'all taking my clothes, take pictures. Was she raped? What happened? And y'all didn't say anything. So I'm still trying to figure out, okay, was it fast? Was it slow? Did she get beat up? Was she still, did anybody touch my daughter? Was my daughter hit, whatever, or slapped or anything, just out of anger or whatever? I think about, certain things as far as Danielle is, taking her to the movies, things like that, and, when we were okay, and just sitting there, watching TV, whatever, her reality shows, and like that. And, I mean, I can't really say I miss her 100%, but it's like, this is like a daily thing, and I don't know, just hearing her and stuff like that. I mean, I think about that stuff from time to time.
When you went in the house, did you see anything out of place, out of ordinary?
That night, honestly, it was like a blur. I remember just going in, and the police officer just saying, step back. And the first thing I tried to do was just walk slowly to the door with my hands up. And I walked to the front door. Last time I was over, it was Thursday. And I just remember her having a lot of alcohol bottles. I don't remember if she had the pregnancy test and stuff like that around, but in the past she did.
So if you were so concerned about, the police getting in trouble with the police then you decided to call them, but then police arrive and you don't listen to what they tell you, why would you do that?
Do what?
You don't want to cause any incidents, you don't want to get in any trouble, but the police tell you to sit right there. Why don't you listen to them?
Because when they all run in, and then I'm hearing my daughter, I don't know, it's just my instinct.
They all run in, and then you hear what?
I heard my daughter still crying or whatever, but then they're running in and yelling, Powder Springs police, and
why would you go in?
because my daughter's in there, I'll die for my daughter.
Okay, but you wouldn't die for your daughter or go in there before they got there?
I don't know the situation. I don't know. It's been times before when I'm knocking on the door for 5 or 10 minutes, blowing up her phone, and eventually she wakes up or comes out the bathroom or something. Matter of fact, there was one time where she never came to the door, and I left the house blowing her phone up, whatever, and she called me back claiming she was at home, but come to find out she was lying about that. Did I hear my daughter that one day? No, that was like a year ago.
But you heard her that day. Police are there, they're in the house, they're making sure everything's okay. Why would you go in there on that?
I don't know.
But you're just like, I gotta go in there, the police are here, I gotta go in there. It's so important that I get in there, and the police are already in there checking everything out, but you didn't go in before.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to say?
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I'm
Did you go over there and she done pissed you off for the last time?
No. I did not hurt that girl. I'm telling you. Whatever. Is there anything else? Because I'm ready to go.
Did you kill her?
No, ma'am, I did not. I miss Danielle. I do.
You just told me 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
I know, and because I don't want this. I know y'all gonna eventually show this shit, and the more that is said, the
Why am
more
I going to
hurt
show
she
it to?
I don't know.
Do I show you anything that anybody else tells me?
I don't know.
I talked and divulged that you were a s***er. Did I?
I don't know. No.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee if I would have told that, she would have been blowing up your phone the minute she left here. Saying, I told you, MFR. You know, don't think that you're the only person going through this, okay?
As what?
As far as me talking to them. Okay, going over and over things. Alright?
It's not a
Okay,
person thing.
but this is what I have to do. I'm investigating her death, and I'm going to question everybody and go round and round. And it's not only you that I'm questioning.
That's not the problem I'm having. It's nothing even to do with the situation. I used to lie a lot as a kid.
Everybody lies.
But I did a lot of it, about everything. And my parents never believed me to this day. That's why my mom, when she questions me about anything, she be like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. I've been trying to, or I can't even say been trying because I'm 24 years old now. Since like high school, I've been telling the truth about everything all the time. I'm trying to keep that way. I understand with Vita, that's, you know, I've been doing a lot of lying, you know, but as far as like to my parents, to law enforcement, I've been trying to stay truthful about everything, no matter even how it makes me look. And to just, you know, still be not really believed or whatever, like that's bothering me still, and that's bringing me back to,
Okay.
that's all that is.
Well, here's what we'll do.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right? Because I want to believe you, okay? So I want you to prove me wrong. Take a lie detector test.
What does that involve?
It involves another person, not me, coming in here, strap you off on the machine, and talking to you.
How does it work?
I don't know, you can Google it. I mean, when I had to get this job, I had to do a lie detector test. It was the old kind. I'm not sure what kind they'll use. But they just strap some stuff on you, just strap a little thing on your finger. They talk to you about the events, and then they'll turn the machine on.
It's just like questions, or
It's just questions.
When does it have to happen?
Whenever you're ready. Prove me wrong. I mean, prove me wrong. You want to do that?
Right now, I really feel like I don't know how far y'all gotten, but I'm probably gonna have to go talk to another lawyer about this situation.
You can go talk to a lawyer. I'm just saying.
I mean,
You're not the only person that I'm talking to. I'm going to, solve who did this case. And for you to
get my name away.
Get your name away from it. Best thing for you to do. Just drive it on.
Alright, I'm going to talk to a lawyer about the situation. Because, again, I don't know what's going to happen. And I'll probably look into doing that as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'm
going to print off, we're going to leave here. I'm going to print off a little sheet. You can sign it, and then we'll set it up. And then you can prove me wrong.
Any way I can get my cell phone back soon?
I'll talk to Lieutenant about that, but we'll just look into it. You ready? Come on.
Hi, Josh. We've been informed Lieutenant Cadwell, Powder Springs Police, is investigator Nick O'Connor from the DA's office. All right. I'd like to talk to you and ask you some questions, clear some stuff up. Is that all right with you?
No.
You don't want to talk?
No.
Okay. All right, brother. We're gonna transport you up to the jail, all right?
On January 31st, 2018, Joshua Gibson goes to trial. Prosecutors charge him with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. During the trial, the jury hears testimony about the bullet recovered from Joshua's car, the matching ballistics evidence, and his inconsistent statements. After deliberating for less than 1 hour, the jury reaches a verdict. On February 9th, 2018, Joshua Gibson is found guilty on all counts. He is sentenced to prison. The case closes with conviction built on physical evidence, witness testimony, and a pattern of behavior that investigators documented over several years. Danielle Marshall's death, once a cold case, is finally resolved, but for those left behind, the impact remains. The conviction brings legal closure, but it does not bring clarity to everything. The case becomes another example of how domestic violence can escalate behind closed doors, often unnoticed until it's too late. Investigators reflect on how long the case remained unresolved and how small details, ignored at first, eventually became decisive. Joshua is taken from the courtroom in custody. The legal system delivers a verdict, but it cannot restore what was lost. A young woman is gone, but one question remains. When fear, control, and silence exist inside a relationship, how often do the warning signs go unseen until the damage is already irreversible?
If you want more in-depth true crime stories like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.